the information, I imagine. Anyways, let's go into this best of 3 TvZ between Bly and HeroMarine. Thank you for staying for a longer break, guys. I took a chance to actually eat some warm food rather than just sandwiches for the last few hours. And here we are, ready to go into this TvZ best of 3. To the bottom right hand side, the red Terran player is going to be HeroMarine. To the top left hand side, our blue Zerg player is Bly. The groups are continuing. Currently a Laser playing against Bratok in one of the decided matches of his group. Currently Mana playing against Namshar in the decided match of their group. That's Group H and Group C. And we also have coming on through tonight, obviously this is from Group F, Bly versus HeroMarine. And after this we have Group E as well, which is going to be featuring Risky, Insane, Horston, and of course Lambo. Pretty sick set of games coming up from there. And that means we have still got a lot of StarCraft to bring you guys. We're 8 hours into the broadcast, but we're not slowing down yet. We've got a little ways to go. And as we set up into game number 1, right from the get-go here. Hatch gas pool is the opening. So setting up into that hatch gas pool here early. I'm going to see what's going to happen as we just continue to get this going in the next few moments. Beautiful day for StarCraft. So many games, so many great games as well. We've had some really fun series. I've really enjoyed just seeing a bunch of different players. You know, we've really had just so many different players coming through, and like we've seen Kala Azur, for example. We've seen Snoot. We saw some Serral games. We've really kind of seen like a bit of everyone, it feels like. It's so nice to be able to jump around and see so many different players. We saw some Puck today, some Probe, some TLO. We've casted a lot of games and it's been a lot of fun so far. Takes Penthouse Party. Usually is, and definitely this one living up to the standards of the previous. Remember, we are here for the next few days. We are here tomorrow for the round 2, group stage 2. That's the round of 16. And then on Sunday, we're here for the playoffs, which is a double elimination bracket. So that's coming up tomorrow. And Sunday, look forward to that. Reaper coming in, just trying to delay the low ground expansion already. SCV now blocking so the Reaper can come back. Nice little something. Now he's going to build a bunker here just to keep on blocking that third base. So HeroMarine just being a bit of a nuisance. 4 Lings coming across the map will try and get this SCV, but a couple of Marines on the way out. Okay, that SCV may go down, but it's not going to be too much else being done here. That drone actually picks off the SCV over here. Still can't become a hatchery though. And it's going to continue just being an extractor to stay safe until he knows that this Reaper is definitely gone from his mic. I think speed about kick in. Maybe he gets one more Zerglin kill just before. Not quite. 1 HP remaining or so. Maybe 2. I think it was 1. He regen to 2 already. There is Bly just going to take his third hatchery on the gold base instead. It's kind of funny. If there's anyone that would actually kind of prefer to take a gold base as their third base, it's probably Bly. He's probably taken his gold base as his natural before. In fact, I know he has, so I'm going to be setting up into this, and it's going to be seeing the third hatch on the way up here on the left side. Couple of Queens and Bly pushing those creep tumors forwards as well. A couple of Zerglings also moving around to see where they can go. Rotoron being dropped, the hatchery just about halfway up. And again, just a little bit of time for us to sit back and figure out how this game is going to continue on. Medevac will boost on over to the left. And as that Medevac boosts on over to the left, we're going to be seeing these few Zerglings as well from Bly coming on through and looking to try and do something a little bit more. As if he's getting pulled in to help fight against this. We actually see the Siege Shack here is here to help and try and defend, but Bly actually doing quite a lot of damage already. The tank goes down, and you see the SCV still pulled in. Obviously, this is not looking too pretty at all. The SCV is getting healed by the Medevac. We'll keep it alive a bit longer. SCVs are going to survive thanks to this Medevac. At the same time, third hatchery or fourth hatchery cancelled. Problem is for HeroMarine, he doesn't know there's a base on the gold. Otherwise, he'd probably be over there already. Wouldn't will get a queen kill here. Transfuse doesn't do enough to help out against that. And HeroMarine able to keep on applying pressure despite having been the one losing SCVs back at home. Liberator coming through from HeroMarine as well. And a few Zerglings just coming through the center of the map to try and see what's going to come up next. 2 more depots at the front as well, just to finish this wall. Some Marines and tank to help out with that idea. Is there a gap in that wall? I feel like there is, and he is just going to come through here. HeroMarine did not plug the gap. SCVs are going to have to come on in and try and help fight this, but the tank is going to be lifted up, dropping down. The tank is not where it needs to be, though. 8 workers going down, 11 workers going down, and still counting because HeroMarine just doesn't have a hole, you know, the hole in the wall filled. These units just keep on coming through, and now, well, 14 workers for HeroMarine have just dropped. Bly lost a few drones in this process, but nothing really major. This Widowmine keeps going off. We're going to see this drop towards the main, but HeroMarine's just being set so far behind. And okay, Bly's not making that many units, but now he's going into roaches and lings for a big all-in follow-up with this gold base that he's got here. So he's going for this big all-in follow-up as he gets rid of that Widowmine. And now Marine's going to unload in the main base, come forwards and try and pick their way through a few of these drones. 1, 2, 3 drones going to go down again. Any sort of damage right now will slow Bly down. These, well, this Medevac and Liberator sees this big attack that's coming. So obviously, HeroMarine recognizing they should probably start to deal with that. Queen going down as well, though. Bly really not going to be able to build much behind this with this lack of income from all of these, you know, drones being pulled all over the place. Going to drop back over here. Maybe he can get just a couple more units before he has to lift up once again. He's actually just going to lift up, and he doesn't have boost, but he is just going to be safe enough. I think so. What's his defense at home? He's got 1 tank, 1 Liberator split up, so of course the Corrosive Bars don't kill both at once, but Banshee already coming forwards. We're going to get rid of these Ravages already. Excuse me. As you do see, perfect defense here from HeroMarine means that Bly's commitment is just going to take him further behind from what he was. So, yeah, just going to be kind of Bly here, just kind of falling behind from trying it all in to kind of follow up, but doesn't quite work out, and now we're going to see this lair just on the way up from Bly here. A couple of Evolution Chambers coming down as well in the main base. Zerglings are going to come across towards the bottom right-hand side of the map to see what else they can get up to. +1/+1 melee upgrades coming on through here. Infestation Pit being popped on down. And these few Zerglings having to think as to where they might want to go. He's going to come in and actually get a bit of a surround on one of these Hellions, and another of the Hellions going to be taking some damage as well. Will not go down though. Multiple shots on those Lings will be enough to close that down. Alright, well this game comes into such a weird sort of evened out position. 1/1 upgrades on the way from each side. Bly still on 3 bases, but going up to 4. Obviously one of the issues is that this gold base has obviously kind of been mined for a while, so as it mines out, it'll mine out a lot faster. And Bly will have to take a different base, you know, he'll have to take basically a 5th base much faster than he usually would. This Viking commits for this overlord, but does turn away, realizes it's just not going to work out. To keep the Queen out of position for quite a while, though, allowing this Liberator to sneak around and no immediate response. Bly now pulling the drones. Roaches, guys, you aren't Ravagers yet. You can't Corrosive Bile. Tank's going to siege up below the low ground as well. And HeroMarine, I think what always impresses me about HeroMarine's play is that he always knows the positions he can utilize to kind of bring it, you know, to take an advantage once again in the game, you know. Like, he can always find those, you know, he's always behind, but then he knows where to position the tanks and so on. Knowing that that's his one way to recover in all of this, it can be pretty crazy. Hive on the way up from Bly, maybe just looking to rush Ultras and Prey. It's obviously one way this can go as we see the factory on the way up. Second factory on the way up now from HeroMarine. Again, there's 1/1 upgrades about to finish. It's going to be Stimpack coming up as well. So Armory about halfway done at the moment as these roaches come through. Force that Medevac to lift up. So again, just going to be playing the roach-based style. HeroMarine obviously knows about this. He's seen this army multiple times already. So no real issue there. Just going to be seeing HeroMarine obviously with his third base setup as well, looking pretty good. His supply is starting to skyrocket here. As soon as he's really taking this income lead, and now the third base is down especially, he's going to start looking really good. And obviously his army supply will start to reflect that too. 5 drones killed. The Liberator in the natural expansion is causing some troubles. Burrow on the way down, more Zerglings on the way out. It is the Ultra Cavern, the choice from this Hive Tech. So Ultra Cavern coming on into play. Zerglings still going to move around here to see where they can go. I'm just going to be seeing again some bio and tanks. Coming through the south side, Banshee jumps on top of that Ravager for a moment or two. And again, continue to push this back. You're going to see a Spore Crawler coming down. Some drones are set up just behind this hatchery in the gold base. See those Marines splitting. I'm never going to be seeing Frontal Grove going down. A second Frontal Grove coming down as well. Tanks continue siege. I mean, the tank fight is just so good in this sort of scenario. Big Ling counterattack though. I mean, how many times have we seen Lings in this natural expansion from the start of this game through till now just continue to do so much. 22 SUVs fall, just as HeroMarine was doing so well on the army front. Start to make some mistakes. However, it might not matter. Tanks are sieging, HeroMarine pushing aggressively. Here come the Ultralists, and they're going to be interesting too. Question being, is there going to be enough to take them down? Well, okay, yes, there will, because right now there isn't even kindness plating. First Ultra dies super quickly. Overlord can go down. Drones will keep dropping as well. GG, and HeroMarine takes game number 1 of this best of 3, going up in the series. Yeah, one of those days I don't feel too great. Usually I have loved casting this, and it's been a lot of fun, but man, my fucking throat is dying right now. 8 hours in. We'll see how far we get. I'm just dying in general right now. It's been a rough one. Apply top left hand side is our red Zerg player here in game number 2. And to the bottom right, our blue Terran player from our sports is HeroMarine. Setting it up, looking to see what's going to happen as we see an Overlord or 2 just starting to push through the center of the map. Looking to see what might going down here in the early stages of game 2 of this best of 3. Catch guys pool. Nothing really too exciting from the Terran player, just a Reaper opening in the early stages. We'll have to see how this is gonna roll. What's up, Stig Vatland, my man, coming in for the $10 donation. Says cash is king. Thank you very much for the $10. Get some Wardy hearts in the chat, please. For Stig Vatland. Thank you very much for the $10, mate. Do appreciate it. We are slowly throughout the day chipping away at the health of Kalaris. Our big bit boss right now. He's got what, like 6.6k health left? Well, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well considering he started out at fucking 9.9k or something. Pretty crazy. Thank you again, Stick, for the $10. Do appreciate it. Gonna see Reaper coming down, doing a little bit of something here and there, bits and pieces. Bling's coming in, chasing that Reaper, trying to grab it, but doesn't quite manage to. And a single Marine for now, just gonna be nibbling away at that Overlord. So Overlord gonna be dropping here over the next few moments. Goodbye. Farewell. Nice knowing you, Mr. Ovi. So Overlord does indeed go down. Reaper coming back towards the center here. We'll be continuing to look around, see what else he can set up towards. Again, Starport coming on up and getting ready to get going. Let's just follow this Reaper for now as we see actually something's going to come in towards the natural though, and I guess 2 of them going to jump on a Marine. The other 2 going to go for a Mule right now, so going to go for that. A couple of Hellions on the way out. Just a bit of a nuisance right now is what Bly is being. Just being annoying. Remember, last game he got very far ahead by the kind of little cheeky things like this that kind of added up to HeroMarine run into a lot of trouble. Obviously became bigger Ling run buys as the game continued, but that's 2 workers now as he kills this one. Oh, sorry. 1 worker now as he kills this one on the starport. Slight delay there too. I was thinking 2 because I thought he killed the Mule before, but he actually didn't get the Mule. Now he'll get a second worker though, just before this Zerglin goes down. Nice pickup. Third hatchery from Bly now on the way up. Hellions with a bit of a vroom there to get them going to cross the map. 2 Hellions in the Reaper, the other 2 left at home in case of a counter-attack here, I would imagine. And as we see, Bligh just going straight in towards a few more links to help defend, but also a Lair and a Roach-Ron setting himself up into a position which will allow him to play a few different, play a bit of a different style. Probably just a Roach macro game with a faster Roach speed, although no Evo Chamber up just yet, but I mean, I kind of wonder what else this could be. It's not really a fast enough Lair to be kind of a Nidus all-in or something. He's not really saving money to just mass Roaches and go across the map, so it does just seem to be, kind of macro focused. Let's see what he wants to do. He might try and rush out like a Spire or something, with some Roaches to protect if needed. You can see that command center just dropping down in the front, so again just blocking off this entranceway, just kind of helping to wall here, of course, stopping this entrance into the natural. And these Hellions are very loud, aren't they? It's very loud. Again, just going to see a single Zerg again picked off there, and the rest of the links from Bligh running around at the right hand side to see where else he can go. Looking to see what else he can get up to. Viking for HeroMarine moving through the center of the map. The Banshee as well. Also looking to see what's going to be going on. Gonna have a Crypt Tumor there. Always nice to shut down one of those. Cloak is obviously finished already, and something which will cast Fly, I'd say, a bit off guard, but he actually does have, of course, Overseers on the way because he's got a Lair already. Roach speed coming up as well. No upgrades just yet, but fine on that Roach speed. Maybe a bit of an aggressive Roach attack still could come out of this, even though obviously will lead him generally into a bit more of a macro-focused play. As you see, the Queen's pushing that Banshee back. Hellion's looking for an opening, but Roaches are there. And they are just going to run into more Roaches. No luck so far for HeroMarine. Obviously, his Banshees are kind of continuing to head across the map, staying across the map, so that's something which he will not have to help him defend against these Roaches, which continue to push across in towards the natural here in the next few moments. Roaches pushing up, and you're going to see a couple of Hellions going to get taken down, so a few Hellions falling. You're going to see a supply depot getting picked away at as well. It will go down too. Both Banshees have come back home to start fighting this. SCVs have to be pulled in though. Marines will stim, obviously, but I mean, it's only a matter of time before so many workers go down. How many Roaches are left? There's enough to continue being a nuisance. More Roaches coming up the front. Marines will stim once again as they come out of the barracks. HeroMarine needs to get everything he can to shut this down ASAP. Somehow only 10 workers, 11 workers have gone down. It really doesn't feel like that many compared to what this maybe should have been. This feels as though it should have been all of those workers falling, but wow, what a defense by HeroMarine. Some good micro, some good targeting with the Banshees. Just making sure to make the most of this and to try out his best possible position to keep himself in kind of, well, a comfortable location, I guess. It's going to be seeing some SCVs. We're powering these guys up. The Banshees getting back into the action here. Hive, on the way up right now, and a few Infestors as well. Bligh just building up into his next stage of the game. Yeah, a lot of these players are playing offline today, guys. Harstem, Optimus, Insane, HeroMarine, Lambo. Basically most of the German players. Soccer as well, I think. Those are the players who are... ooh, you missed that Infestor. Just gonna go for drones instead, fair enough. Yeah, those are the players who are playing live at this event rather than online. Just again, a bit of a mixed event, basically. We're going to be seeing Queen going down. We're also going to be seeing again a couple more drones dropping as well. Banshees turn around once more. Queen's once again taking some more damage. It's all bits and pieces here. As we just see HeroMarine taking a supply lead for a few moments. 1-1 upgrades finished against +1 Carapace halfway done, and this sort of begins to feel like game number 1 all over again. HeroMarine just defending against a very aggressively committed attack, and yeah, it's pretty rough one. 8 drones have gone down here. He's going to see these 2 medevacs loading up. 16 Marines in. Going to be seeing the Marines unloading. Marines doing unloading. Is going to be seeing the. A couple of fungals going, or single fungal going down, but it's a nice pickup. HeroMarine dodging. A bit of a dangerous potential there. Maybe looking for the Infestors with those Banshees. He doesn't have much energy left to utilize though, unfortunately, so he's going to be having to pull away up towards the top side. And you can see again a couple more drones getting picked away at right from the get-go. Playing as roaches. Now a few Ravagers finishing up. We'll be able to start corrosive battling down and picking their way through those rocks. 4 more Ultras on the way out as well. Kindness playing. Just starting up. I'm going to see the single burrowed Infestor. I've seen this a lot, but HeroMarine! First Terran of the day to actually spot the Infestor underneath him. The scan to pick that off. Nice. Gets the full energy Infestor. Doesn't lose anything. Doesn't even allow it to drop the fungal growth. Beautifully done. HeroMarine steering forward for a moment. Counter-attack once again, but this time HeroMarine is much more on top of it than he's been in the previous game and earlier in this game as well. So good defense of the link counter. And Bly trying to find ways into the game, which he knows he's behind in. 2-2's about to finish up against just +1 Carapace. Honestly, with only +1 Carapace and +2 attack on the Marines, I don't even think the Ultras of Kindness playing really matter at all. Like, they're still going to just melt. Ultras will always melt if you're 1 at Carapace level below the kind of attack upgrade of the Terran. And that's kind of the issue here. One of those Ultras is going to get killed right away. And let's just see it. I mean, Ultras, obviously they're going to be a bit tanky, right? But against this many units as well, they are going to go down. Fungal growth is nice, though. Tanks in the back. One more Ultras drop. And as the Ultra drops, HeroMarine is still just pushing on through. Infestors don't have energy for any more fungal growth. This base is going to go down. Bly has a lot of resources. Oh my god, he's counter-attacking with the Ultras. You know what, if you had this many Ultras on this side of the map, maybe he could do something, but with them all across the map, what's he really hoping to achieve? I'm not even too sure. Getting rid of some Tech Lab Drax is nice. He's going to lose his third base in the process. He's going to push through to his natural. I mean, the 4 Ultras are not that scary. Considering the fact there's a Liberator here that they can't fight against. There's a Liberator in the natural. Like, there's a few units that can start picking their way through it. And again, these are not +2 Carapace Ultras or whatever. They're just +1 Carapace against +2 attack on the bio. And again, you can see even these small, few units are actually dealing some damage to these Ultras here. HeroMarine still in very good numbers as he's going to get caught in a big fungal as he loads a lot of units up. Fortunately, the medevacs of units inside were on fairly high health. And now just going to see Ultras fighting into liberation zones. Obviously, that doesn't really work out very well. So much damage being done. More reinforcements coming down the ramp. One more Ultra going down there. HeroMarine begins to kite. And now that Ultra goes down too. Really messy game from Bly. I can't really get behind the decisions he's made here in the last minute and a half or so. As you're going to be seeing the Ultras and Lings coming back up towards the upper left-hand side. Bio will sim again. The Queen will take some damage. Bio just going to fight and trade, see what he can get up to. But in the end, just lifts up, will back away. Okay, for now, the Ultras will do their job. +3 attack about to finish, though. And when +3 attack finishes, well, it's even more of a lead all over again. Liberator sieging up here. We're going to be seeing those Ultras. Again, they're just not going to be able to do anything. Move commanding through. Bly's just really not having the best of times right here so far in game number 2. Just kind of falling apart, I would say, is actually a great phrase for what's happening, because he is not playing like you could expect Bly to play. He is not making the decisions I would generally expect Bly to make. I mean, maybe he's trying to make this a bit crazy just as a way to find something. GG though. HeroMarine just had every answer. He didn't get thrown off when things got a little bit crazier than you maybe thought. And that will be GG's, and going to be HeroMarine moving on through into the